I got a question that I would like you. Matter of fact, I want to challenge you with this question right here. What do you need to pay rent? What do you need to survive? And I'm going to give you 10 seconds to answer that question starting now. Now, this is something that I had to ask you so that way, and I wanted you to answer that question, within the 10 seconds that I've asked you because, see, this is going to determine whether you're deceived or not. Okay? Now, if you answered money concerning any of the things that are needed here on the earth, then you're deceived. You're deceived. And I bet you, out of all the things you could have thought about, money was an answer. You're deceived. Okay? Now, the reason I'm saying that is because, see, the greatest deception of the enemy is going to always be something or a source that he's going to try to deceive you by. That source, that number one source is money. Because money is looked on as a certain thing that you can have or possess to be able to provide for your needs. Okay? The thing is, see, when Noah, I'm going to have to prove these things, man. Noah, after the flood, when it was just him and his family, and they started possessing lands and things like that, they didn't need no money to be able to make what they wanted to make, do how they felt to do things. They didn't need money. They depended on God. At least Noah did anyway. God was the provider of lands. He gave lands into the hands of the children of Israel. He gave, land to for the children of Israel to possess it, to have it. God was the provider. God was the leader. He was the guider and everything like that before we wanted kings, governors, and government system. Okay? It's our fault. But the thing is, see, the real true provider of all things is God. It's God. It's God. All right? So yes, the enemy deceived everybody into thinking that they need some type of currency to be able to survive. Your life is more valuable than that which you can obtain in the world. Money shouldn't be your life source at all. Money shouldn't be as valuable as people make it to be. Because in the beginning, that wasn't so. Adam and Eve, I can go far as that. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Everything was already provided. Everything was already put into place before man ever walked the face of the earth. I'm just saying. Government shut down, putting people in panic. Did you know that the Constitution was written in, let me go ahead and put it in this way. In the Constitution, it says, we the people agree. See, besides that, let me go ahead and, okay. The system needed you to maintain it, for it to even be a system. The system cannot be a system by itself. Now, It needs people to follow the system, to be cooperative of the system in the system, okay? For the system to even be a system. The system was simply a thought. It was an idea that had, you know, the thoughts towards it, put towards it, in order for the system to be a more productive thing, okay? Now, money, for the love of money, is the what? Root to all evil, or to all kinds of evil. How hard is it for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven? Then it goes on to say, I see your poverty, but thou art rich. See, look, this is what I'm talking about. He sees our poverty. He sees what we lack. That's knowledge. But in what we already had, we're rich. Because everything was provided by God. Everything was. Food, water. You need to pay for water that's all around it. You know what I mean? Do you see the cluelessness in that? You have to, listen, your life is more valuable than anything on the face of the earth, man. It's more valuable than money. It's more valuable than money. You know, in this world, if you don't have the money, it's possible in this system to die. It's possible in this system for you to starve. You don't, it has no right to be that way. Concerning you, you are of more value than that. The birds of the air, they don't, and in the grass of the earth, or the lilies of the field, your heavenly Father clothes and feeds them. See, and He said that we are of more value than they. They neither sow nor reap, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. How much more? This is what the Bible said. How much more will your heavenly Father give unto you if you ask Him? Look, this is what I'm trying to say. What do you need money for, truly? Because money is just another thing, another thought to keep you enslaved. Literally. Therefore, people are deceived. This government shutdown put people in panic. People got in the mode to panic. For what? You think the stores are your sources to not starve in? No. God put you here. Listen, man, this is crazy. But I'm speaking the truth, though. I really am. This is all planned up for their success to be rulers of slaves, going to and from work to make ends meet, or to provide gifts and all these other things. You know what I mean? Like, you know, excuse me, I got a little cold. But I'm being very honest with you. I want you to understand that God is the provider. The government's not the provider. The money is not the provider. But God is your provider. You could go, if y'all wanted to, if everybody would do it, it'll work. If y'all were to stop working, everything would have shut down. Everything was shut down, not just the government. Everything was shut down. And then y'all can make y'all own. Look, listen, man. Under God, if we go back to if we go back to the Almighty Father, the King of Kings, man, He'll provide us with everything that we need. He'll heal the land. But nobody will even go ahead and hear that. Y'all think I'm crazy. But literally, think about it. Think about the first question I've asked you. and gave you 10 seconds to answer. Even in your mind, if bet you most of it was money. Most of everybody that thought what I asked was money. If you thought that, you were being deceived.